Hello, everybody.
Daniel, we've got a couple of people in the courtroom. Let me see what case they're here on. Miss Parrish, this is your client, correct?
It is, Your Honor, but we're happy to wait till the end. I have no first appearances in Calhoun.
No problem. Great. Thank you for reminding me of that. Ladies, are you here for a first appearance case? I can call it next. What case is that? Maggie McPhail, and your relationship to her, so I can tell her who's here. Okay, Miss McPhail, come on up.
She's also, the mother is also the the victim in the case, Your Honor.
Miss McPhail, good morning, ma'am. You're here for first appearance. You're accused of one count of battery. Miss McPhail, your mother and grandmother are both in the courtroom. There is probable cause for the charge. Ma'am, if you'll come on up, please. Right here, please, so we can get you on camera. So, ma'am, I did read the complaint this morning. I know that you're the alleged victim. So the first question is, do you want your daughter to be able to come home?
Yes.
Okay. Second question is that you're doing that freely and voluntarily? I just have to ask you that. No one's pressuring you or threatening you. Are there any conditions I need to put on her that will make her more likely to be a success? Because I don't want her getting any more trouble while this case is pending. Does she need, let me give you some examples. No, it's okay. Just some things we've done in the past. If there's certain people she's hanging out with, I need to stop the contact with. If there's a curfew I need to put in place, those kind of restrictions I need to know now. I know she's 18 according to the complaint. Is she still in school or is she out of school?
She's applied for Chipola.
What's the answer to my question then? She's no longer in school?
She is graduated and she's applied to Chipola.
Okay, so she's
is
not in
currently
school right
not
now.
in school.
All right. So she lives in your home.
Yes.
And in order to stay in your home, there's some rules that she has to follow.
Yes.
Such as what conditions do I need to put on any release that she needs to understand? If she's going to live there, she's got to follow those rules. What are they?
She needs to do her chores, which is washing the dishes, take care of her dog, and be in by midnight.
Okay.
And that's what started it.
So Ms. McPhail, I don't mind considering you for conditional release under the circumstances, ma'am. But you got to understand that what the complaint says started this is you coming in late. And if you're going to live in your mother's home, does she live there for free?
Yes.
If you're going to live there and if you're going to live there for free, you got to follow those rules. So let me see if the attorneys have any additional information. Mr. McDaniel may have something else I don't know about other than what's in the complaint or something he wants me to be aware of. Mr. McDaniel, anything on behalf of Ms. McPhail?
Your Honor, just that, in past history, trying to enforce rules for parents and kids is not very easy and usually not very successful. She's an adult and the mother also has an option to say, don't come back here, go somewhere else. She is an adult. So, I just trying to enforce parents' rules are very problematic in criminal court.
Well, I appreciate that, Mr. McDaniel. She's got a choice. Ms. McPhail can go live somewhere else if she wishes. Mr. McPhail, do you want to live in your mother's home and follow the rules, or do you want to go find you somewhere else to live?
Both.
Both? All right.
Yeah.
She's trying to find something, which is very difficult.
Okay, let me ask the question this way. Do you want to live in your mother's house and follow her rules at least for the foreseeable future? Because if you say you're not going to follow the rules and we're all spinning our wheels here and we're wasting our time, I'll just set you a bond, unless you have somewhere else to go. If you have somewhere else to go, I'd love to. I'll consider that option. So let's start with that. Do you have anywhere else to go, ma'am?
Yes.
Where?
But well, my boyfriend's house, but I want to stay with her.
Okay. And the rules that she's put out, the main one is being home by midnight. And the complaint says you work. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Or maybe it's the pre-trial release says you work. Where do you work at?
Walmart and Shipley.
What shift? What hours do you work?
I work usually 2 to 11 p.m.
Okay. All right. So I'm glad to set you a bond. If you want a bond, some people prefer a bond. The bond in your case will be $2,500 cash or surety. If you want to accept a conditional release and want to offer you a conditional release, it would have the standard conditions of every release. It would have the condition that you reside with your mother unless you get another place that's approved by your conditional release officer, and that you follow her household rules, including a curfew of midnight. Ms. McPhail, do you understand your choice between the bond and the release?
Yes.
And which one do you want to choose, ma'am?
Conditional release.
So here's what's going to happen then. They're going to let her get dressed in her regular clothes. They're going to bring her to the courthouse. I'm going to have a condition also of no violent contact. Not no contact. If I put no contact, she couldn't live with you.
Right.
So no violent contact. and she's going to follow the rules that you have in your home, which seem to be reasonable. And if she's 18, like Mr. McDaniel said, so if she's wants to go somewhere else, she can do that. But hopefully this will at least keep the peace until we can get this
Right.
thing to court and try to get it resolved.
Right.
I'm also going to ask Ms. Jeffcoat, you want it put on the next arraignment docket, or do you want it put on one after that? What's your preference?
We can go ahead and put it on the next arraignment docket, Your Honor. The victim has completed a request to have the charge dismissed. The state's not prepared to weigh in on that this morning, but we'll look at it between now and the next.
Fair enough. That'd be when, Dawn?
September the 30th.
When you get here, Ms. McPhail, the conditional release officer is going to give you a notice to be in court September 30th at 9 a.m. if the case is still pending. So your mother doesn't want you to have a criminal charge. She's not trying to hurt you. In fact, the complaint says that when they told her they were going to arrest you, she became uncooperative. So she's not trying to hurt you, but it appears that she's got certain rules that she thinks are important. And just so you know, that curfew is later than my child's curfew. So it could be worse. Ms. McPhail, do you have any questions?
Yes, sir.
All right, man, we'll see you at the courthouse in a little while, and we'll give you your notice when you get here. So, ma'am, she'll be downstairs in the county probation office, which is inside the county judge's office, in about 30 or 40 minutes.
Okay.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, let's go to April Stafford. We've got 3 cases. He was found competent August 24.
Your Honor, I do have an offer on this one. If, with the 2 active cases, if she pleads to the violation of the protection order in 6681, I'll dismiss the trespass, which is 859.
No, I'm still gonna plead not guilty to all of them.
All right. Okay, let's start off at the top then. You're going to plead not guilty to all of this, am I correct?
Yep,
Okay,
still haven't changed
All
my
right.
mind.
that's okay. 09, you've got a legal defender awarded you. On 09278, that's they will determine that on the outcome of your case. If you're found guilty, you can be revoked. It'll be contingent upon that typically. Okay, on 00859, the trespass, we're going to enter a not guilty plea. City on bail on that charge.
Is this on, I apologize, is this on the trespass or the violation of the extended protection
Well,
order?
The trespass.
The
on the-
trespass. Your Honor, on both cases, we're requesting $2,500 for each case to run consecutive. Looks like she just can't seem to leave her mom alone. The initial battery, with the suspended sentence, she actually punched her mother in her left arm. Since then, the mother victim actually got a protection order. In this case, it's alleged that the defendant violated the
Here's
protection
pictures
order
of my son's tie-down bruises from when he was abused at Kids Cottage.
by showing up at the victim's house. She was hiding in the bushes, hanging outside her house with her truck, opening and closing the car doors. In the trespass, it looks like it was at the pepper mill. So that one, it doesn't concern me as much, but the fact that there's a protection order, she's disregarding it willfully, continuing to harass her mother. We felt the monetary bail is appropriate. And I was trying to see what her, if she has, I don't see the MPRA score. So I'll submit based on that, Judge.
All right, Mr. McGinnis, any variance?
Hey, Your Honor, I believe the bill may have already been set because this was set for trial, and then at trial they requested a competency evaluation. I'm not sure if the court clerks would know what the bill is right now, or if the court wants to change that bill.
It was set at 1,500.
Yeah, I'll submit it on that.
Okay, young lady, not guilty on all of these. They're going to be consolidated. Legal defender is going to be awarded. You make bail 1,500 on 09278. It's going to remain the same. On 00859, that's going to be $500. It's going to run consecutive to the other bail. And the last one is going to be set at 2,500. That obviously has already been reviewed. I'm not going to change that. That's gonna run consecutive also. You got a legal defender. Now you make that bail, young lady. You report immediately upon release to the Reno Municipal Court. Your pretrial conditions are no contact with Kelly Stafford, your mother. No contact with the pepper mill. And yeah, that's it. And obey all laws, no drugs or alcohol. Go ahead, let's give this young lady trial date, Martha, legal defender, or Donna.
Her bench trial is set for October 22nd at 1 o'clock. And Mr. Kyle Edgerton is her legal defender.
Okay, good. Thank you.
Oh, you are just, oh man, you're good at this. You're good at this. Yeah. Yeah, maybe now you won't attack me. That's the goal here. I'm tired of getting attacked by the man I love. All right, guys. Thank you for coming out tonight. I love you all. You know that. I hope you know that. Be safe, be well, sleep sweet, and much love.